Still today, even till about 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, still raining, and the field, you wouldn't know it. Inside backed him away, and it's 1-1. Looking at the field here at Busch Stadium, you wouldn't think it rained at all. Ground crew's done a heck of a job. Infield looks good. The area behind shortstop might be a little soggy. That's where they dumped all of the standing waters from the infield cover. But other than that, good night to play here. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wainwright is ready. Coming back. Shaw took one on the inside. There's an off-speed offering. Ball 1 and strike 2. Travis Shaw, 263 for him in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Changeup popping away from Yadier Molina. And Adam Wainwright gets his first strikeout tonight. Brewers get nothing. 2-out base hit by Hernan Perez. He's left stranded. And at the end of 1/2 inning of play from St. Louis, it's the Brewers nothing and the St. Louis Cardinals coming up.
The Brewers Radio Network is hiring sales account managers. Must be competitive. You will be tasked with selling the Brewers and Packers.
Or visit Batsner.com.
Batsner today and make the pests go away.
This inning brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin and Ted Jorgensen Building. Contact Ted Jorgensen Building for all your building needs in Washington Island, Wisconsin. A proud Pella partner.
The St. Louis Cardinals are on the bat here in the bottom half of inning number 1, and they will send Dexter Fowler to lead things off. Chase Anderson, 2-0 on the year. All set to go against Dexter Fowler. Switch hitting St. Louis center fielder. Here is the opening pitch by Chase Anderson. Right in there. Strike 1 called. 0-1 on Fowler. Batting .218 with 4 home runs. Anderson cranks it up again. Here it is. Fowler sends it foul down the left field side. Second deck here, and an easy catch. Not too many folks are here yet. 2 strikes on Fowler. I don't think we're going to be loaded up here tonight in St. Louis. And the pitch. Check swing and a fastball a little bit high. There are some areas around the outlying portions of St. Louis that are underwater, and I'm talking about roadways. People can't get around. Now the pitch. Fowler a swing and a miss. Chase Anderson struck him out with a changeup. 1 down for St. Louis. Stephen Piscotty moved up into the number 2 slot tonight. Playing in right field, Matt Carpenter will follow. Yeah, there are some areas of St. Louis where you cannot get downtown. You can't get to the inner parts of the city. And if indeed you really have to get here, a strike on a bender, 0-1. There are ways to get here, but it takes you, I don't know, probably 3.5 to 4 hours, maybe even longer than that, to drive around. Swinging a bouncer foul up along third to find a way to get downtown. And Jeff and I were talking earlier tonight about the opening of a couple of main highways here in St. Louis that are they're actually using bulldozers to move water off the roads. Now, that tells you how bad it is. And the pitch, swinging a bouncer, hit to short, gobbled up. Arcia, long, strong throw, and he got him, and there are 2 down. Here comes Matt Carpenter.
The two main roadways to get to St. Louis from the south, I-55 goes all the way down to Memphis. It was closed about 5 miles south of the city limits in both directions. You couldn't get out of the city or come into it.
Yeah, it was awful.
And also I-44 to the west of St. Louis, which is the main thoroughfare which gets you towards Tulsa. That was shut down too, both ways.
2 men are out. The windup by Andy in the pitch. A little high off the inside corner, and it's ball one. Yeah, it's sad when you look at all these news videos that we're looking at from around some of these outlying areas. It's really terrible. Feel bad. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and that one's right in there. Fastball strike, and it's even. 1-1.
They're even talking about here in downtown St. Louis that the Mississippi River is going to crest over right at the arch.
We are looking at the St. Louis Arch, gateway to the west, inside a ball. 2-1 now. And the area where Jeff is talking about is not all that far from the ballpark. A mile, maybe, if it's that far. 2 balls on a strike, and the pitch. Carpenter took low and away, 3-1. The Brewers and a few other teams, I don't know which teams, use this downtown landing and takeoff facility. The pitch, it is too low, and he walked Matt Carpenter, and Jed Jerko is coming up. But the St. Louis main airport is out a ways, out towards the west, and the strip that a lot of teams use now is probably from where we sit right now. I don't know, half an hour, maybe at the most, 20 minutes. And a lot easier in and out of St. Louis for visiting teams. And the pitch. It drops in there on a bender on its own one. I know some of the hockey teams fly into the downtown facility here in St. Louis. And the Brewers started doing it last year. Much easier ride and a lot quicker access to the hotel when you do arrive in St. Louis. Carpenter holding the pitch. Jerko sends it in the air down the right field line, and it is going to make the seats about 3 rows back. Matter of fact, the Nashville Predators, who knocked off the St. Louis Blues last night, arrived at the Brewers team hotel right across from the ballpark here, maybe an hour ago. 2 strikes, 2 outs. But the river area that Jeff is talking about, when we flew in here a couple of days ago, the pitch got him looking. Jerko called out on strikes. But yeah, that area was looking very bad. Underwater for the most part. Anyway, one's complete tonight. Game 3 in this series. It's still 0-0.
It's no secret, Quick Trip has the fresh food you need every day. From chips and buns to ripe produce and...
Hey, buddy. You could
towards a cure. Join Sartori Cheese in this great cause by donating to macfund.org today. Every penny counts.
This fan update is brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Season-long kids and seniors save 50% on tickets for all weekday afternoon games at Miller Park. To see the full schedule of kids and seniors discount days and get your half-price tickets, visit brewers.com/tickets. Stay tuned for other...
A reminder about our 5 and 5 program. You know what that is. Brewers get 5, so do you. It's a good deal. 5 burgers, $5 till midnight tomorrow at all George Webb restaurants. But the crew has to score 5. Tough customer tonight in Adam Wainwright. Deals low and away, and it's ball 1. Santana batting .213. Here comes Wainwright, and he hit the corner that time, right on the outside, knee high, and it's even. Potawatomi Hotel and Casino pays big 21 contestant. Brenda Hodeling from Menominee Falls, hanging changeup and hit foul by Santana. Total score tonight winds up at 21. Our contestants win $5,000 from Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Winding and the 1-2. Swing, broken bat pop-up. Shallow setter and playable and caught by Fowler. 1 up and 1 down. Jet Bandy coming up now. Firekeepers Club members, an extra $5,000 in reward play. Get complete details at BrewersRadioNetwork.com. Jet Bandy at .333. In there, and Wainwright deals, and that one's hit foul. And caught nicely. He got a good shot at catching foul balls tonight. As I said, the rain has kept the crowd down for the time being anyway. Here's the pitch by Wainwright, and that one's hit in the air to right center, and Fowler again is in the area, and he's got that one. There are 2 up and 2 down, and the batter is going to be Keon Broxton. .194 for the Brewers center fielder. Wainwright, here he comes, and he missed down low and away, and it's ball 1. Wainwright's a quick worker. Molina's got that sign down in a hurry, and here he comes again. Broxton lines one to right, and it is going to be short-hopped by Piscotti, and Broxton's got a 2-out base hit. Orlando Arcia coming up now. Piscotti tried to make a diving grab on that one. Short-hopped it. And the Brewers have their second hit against Wainwright.
Fortunate he got a glove on it. If it gets by him, that's clearing the bases.
Inside the Parker, huh? Yeah. Two men are out. Now the pitch. It's in there, strike 1. Yeah, the outfield, the grass and everything looks okay. But it is wet and damp. Could see a couple of miscues tonight. One strike, 1 out. 2 outs, I should say. Infield is in great shape. That's been covered. Throw to first, and Broxton's back in time. Infield was covered since the end of game 2. I'm sure yesterday they dumped the water a couple of times, but other than that, yeah, field looks good. 1 strike, Wainwright ready again, the pitch. Low and away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike now. On the Pittsburgh following tonight's game. Pirates losers today. Playing at Cincinnati. Reds beat them. The pitch. Swinging a base hit up the middle. Orlando Arcia. Another 2-out base hit. And Chase Anderson's coming up. Brewers have 2 on with 2 outs. Broxton at second. Arcia aboard at first. And Chase Anderson now against Wainwright on the pitch. Curveball drops in there nicely. 0-1. Right-handed batter. The sign from Molina. Here he comes again, and that one is down low and away, and it's even now at 1-1. Wainwright trying to win his third of the year against 3 losses. This one lined to right, a base hit. They're going to try to score. Broxton, and they're going to get him. A line single to right off the bat of Chase Anderson. Hit hard, Piscotti right on it, and he threw a strike to Yadier Molina, and they got him. Molina was waiting for him, and the inning is over. 3 straight hits, but the Brewers come up empty. Inning and a half complete now. Still 0-0.
We're Fabek Cat, and as the Caterpillar dealer for Wisconsin, Upper Michigan, and major portions of Missouri and Illinois, we serve the hard-working, hands-on, let's-get-it-done people that improve the quality of life in your community. From Cat machines that help maintain our infrastructure and support our farmers, to aerial lifts and emergency power generation.
Still a 0-0 game thanks to a perfect throw from Stephen Piscotti in right field. Keon Broxton, who runs very well. No problem for Molina. Had him all the way. Had a easy time with Broxton. Perfect throw from Piscotti. 9-2 on the scoring if you go along with us. All right, Cardinals are on the bat. Bottom half of inning number 2. And Yadier Molina will lead things off. Baseball brought to you in part by Miller Lite, the original light beer. And the opening pitch is low on an off-speed offering. It's ball 1. 7 or more runs in any inning for the Crew is a Menards big inning. Dave Wagnerin from Menominee Falls swinging a foul. I beg your pardon. 2-0. Looking at our contestant here tonight, Menominee Falls. Chance for $1,000. Menards gift card. Visit any participating Menards store to enter. And the pitch. Molina lines foul to right. 2-1 on the St. Louis catcher. Four hits against Wainwright for the Crew, but no tallies yet. Swinging a foul again by Molina. Ball 2 and strike 2. That ball that Anderson hit, he hit it hard. If it's a little flare, Broxton scores. He had a good jump. Pretty good turn at third, but they threw him out. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Hit foul again by Molina. That one winding up right down below us. Chase Anderson. The kick, now the pitch. Swinging a line drive into left center, a base hit. Molina went down and got a pretty good pitch that time. One on for St. Louis. second runner for the Cardinals tonight. Here is Aledmys Diaz, the shortstop. Diaz in the series is 2 out of 9. .218 for the St. Louis shortstop. 5 home runs. He has driven in 8. Chase Anderson. Here it is, and he dropped one in there nicely. Breaking ball for a strike. It's 0-1. Molina, the runner aboard. Randall Grichuk is due next. Final game of the series. Brewers travel to Pittsburgh following the game tonight. Weekend series against the Pirates. Down low and away with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hopefully getting out of here with no interruptions tonight. Weather in Pittsburgh might be a little testy over the weekend too. 1 ball and 1 strike. Anderson deals again, and he missed again. 2 balls on a strike now. Anderson has walked 1 and struck out a pair. Molina leads at first. And the 2-1 delivery, a swing and a line drive to the gap in left center. Broxton giving chase. It got by him. They're going to try to score Molina, or will they? Nope, they'll hold him. Big turn. And Chris Maloney threw the stop sign up. It's going to be a double for Aledmys Diaz. And the Cardinals are in business here in the second. Yeah, Molina took a big turn, and Chris Maloney held him up. Here is Randall Grichuk. Second and third, and nobody out. Broxton trying to make a diving play on that ball in left center. Couldn't come up with it. And the Cardinals in business now with nobody out. Grichuk, 4 out of 10 against Anderson. Low and inside missing. 1 ball and no strikes. For Aledmys Diaz, that's only his second hit in 7 tries against Chase Anderson. Good for a double to pitch. Check swing, strike on the outside corner. Even at 1-1 on Grichuk. 242 for the Cardinals left fielder. 3 home runs for him with 12 driven in. Anderson, here he comes. Check swing, and it's a sinker low and inside. 2 balls on a strike. Anderson, lifetime against St. Louis, has yet to win. He's lost twice. No decision in his start back on the 22nd of April at Miller Park. Swinging a foul past the Brewers dugout. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Colton Wong is due next. In that outing at Miller Park, Anderson worked 6 innings, gave up 6 hits and a run. Now the pitch. Swinging a foul again, a fastball. Grichuk a little tardy on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the St. Louis second. Now Anderson coming back, swinging a foul again, got a piece of that one. Breaking ball down around the outside. 400 feet to dead center here in St. Louis. Power alleys at 375. Two balls and two strikes. The stretch. Here he comes. Low and outside and picked up by Bandy. It's a full count now on Randall Grichuk. Brewers will have their hands full tonight. It's Adam Wainwright, who has always been tough on the crew. Chase Anderson, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners lead, second and third, the pitch. Swinging and a pop-up. And this one is going to be into the seats. Jet Bandy couldn't find it. Travis Shaw had a beat on it, but it wound up about 3 rows back near the Brewers dugout. Still a full count on Grichuk. Wind tonight is blowing out towards right field and blowing rather briskly. 50 degrees at game time. From the stretch, here it is. He struck him out swinging. Down and away. Grichuk went after it. Big strikeout for Anderson. 1 away now, and Colton Wong is coming up. Third strikeout for Chase Anderson. Leadoff base hit by Molina. The double by Aledmys Diaz. Now the strikeout, and here is Colton Wong. Average for Wong now at 278. Here's the pitch by Anderson, and he missed the inside corner about thigh high. 1 ball and no strikes. Nothing on 4 hits for the crew. Nothing on 2 for St. Louis yet. 1-0 pitch coming. Here it is. Wong, weak little ground ball, hit to short. This could be problems. It will be. Arcia picked it up and tossed to Shaw, hoping Diaz might make a turn there. He had no chance for Colton Wong. It's going to be an infield base hit for him. Molina scores the first run for St. Louis. And the batter is Adam Wainwright. Wainwright had that big win at Miller Park and a couple of huge base hits, knocking in 4 runs, hit a 2-run home run. First and third with 1 away. 1-0 St. Louis. Showing bunt, he fouled it. That was a safety squeeze, if you will, and trying to advance Colton Wong. Now Wainwright, after Wong was intentionally walked in front of him, drilled a home run back in that series in Milwaukee. And another base hit to go along with it. 4 RBIs for him, all coming in that game at Miller Park. 1 strike, runners lead. And the pitch showing bunt again. Took one just a little bit low off the outside. Breaking ball that time from Chase Anderson. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Maloney sending signs from third again. 1-1. Dexter Fowler is due next. St. Louis second. They lead 1-0. Anderson shakes off one. Now is all set. Flips one to first, and back in time is Colton Wong. 3 hits in the inning. And the Cardinals have the lead. Wainwright stepping out, now back in there. New sign, infield playing back. Now the pitch, going to swing away that time, and fouled it off the mask of Jet Bandy. Ball 1 and strike 2. Travis Shaw, a couple of steps behind the bag at third. Arcia and VR looking for a double play ball. That's short and second. Thames holds to the runner at first. That's Colton Wong. And Anderson fires over there, and Wong back easily. And again, Adam Wainwright looking at Chris Maloney at third. Now stepping back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Target up by Bandy. And again, Anderson fires to first. Again, Wainwright stepping out. One and 2. Set to go again. Here it is. Swinging a foul back on a jam job fastball. Still 1 and 2. Wainwright again back in there. Here comes Anderson, a swing and a foul. Stayed alive. Breaking ball that time. 1 and 2. This guy's no easy out. Loves to hit and can swing the bat. He doesn't look like a pitcher hitting, or like somebody who doesn't enjoy taking a whack at it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chase Anderson trying to get out of it. Here it is. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second base. Going to be late. Colton Wong steals second. Aledmys Diaz held at third on the throw. Bandy's throw was a one-hopper, but late. Wong had a good jump. Second and third now for St. Louis. Strikeout number 4 for Anderson. Back to the top of the order now. Dexter Fowler, a strikeout victim his first time. Chase Anderson is going to work from the stretch. He is ready. And for Fowler, here it is. In tight, belt high, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. One nothing St. Louis. New sign, Anderson sets. Here he comes. Fowler, a check swing, and he held. It's 2-0. Aledmys Diaz, the runner at third. He's getting all he wants over there. Travis Shaw playing way off the line. Chase Anderson now backing off. It's 2-0 on Dexter Fowler. Diaz from third. Colton Wong. Lead out at second. Anderson sets. Here he comes again. Fowler took one for a strike at the knees. That one was off speed. 2-1 now. Winner tonight gets the series 2-1. Anderson fires again. Outside, he missed with that one, just off the corner. Three balls on a strike. Fowler winning. Now the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to right center and deep. Warning track, and this one is off the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Fowler streaking for third. The throw is wide, and he's in there with a 3-bagger. And St. Louis, big 2-out base hit by Fowler. Short hop the wall at the Cardinals bullpen. Here comes Derek Johnson out to talk with Chase Anderson. Fowler. RBIs numbers 8 and 9 on the year. Chase Anderson struck him out to open up the game. Comes up with a big triple here. Here is Stephen Piscotty, a right fielder. Piscotty in there. From third is Dexter Fowler on the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1, that 3-base hit. Number 2 on the year for Fowler. Piscotty bounced out his first time. Takes one just off the outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on him now. New sign, Jet Bandy. The pitch. Swinging a roller up along third. Shaw, the pick, the throw. Got him. And the inning finally ends. But St. Louis gets 3. Big 2-run triple by Dexter Fowler. And at the end of 2 complete, it is 3-0 St. Louis.
Start your day with Gene.
WTMJ Cares remembers Lance Saijan, the Bayview Medal of Honor recipient. But what about the war he fought in Vietnam? We'll tell you what it was all about. That'll be at 7:21 tomorrow.
You've got a million reasons to go to Potawatomi. Don't miss it. Visit paysbig.com/bigwin for details. Must be at least 21 years old and a Firekeepers Club member to participate.
The second inning is sponsored by Z-Bart. Having the sun glare down and you ain't great. Just ask any outfielder. With Z-Bart window tinting, you can reduce sun glare, add custom style, and lower the temperature inside your vehicle. Learn more at zbart.com.
Before we continue, 10 for station identification. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
The home of the Packers, Brewers, and Bucks. We are Wisconsin's radio station. WTMJ and WTMJ HD, Milwaukee.
3-0 St. Louis. As we get ready for inning number 3 and stepping in to call it for you now, here's Jeff Levering.
All right, thanks, Uke. Bit of an update here for you. New right fielder in for St. Louis as Jose Martinez takes over for Stephen Piscotty. Not sure the reason for that. As soon as we get one, we will report it your way. But Martinez now in the number 2 spot in the order and playing right as Jonathan Villar leads off the third, and the first pitch is good for a strike from Wainwright, and it's 0-1. One strike on VR. Wainwright deals. And the curveball misses off the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Brewers going to try and chip away. Still a lot of game left, down by 3. Jerko playing in on the grass at third, as well as Carpenter at first. The pitch. Curveball high end in. 2 balls and 1 strike on Jonathan VR. Brewers with 4 hits against Wainwright have yet to score against him. And the 2-1 high, 3 balls and 1 strike. And they've got the top of the order due up in this top of the 3rd inning. And Chase Anderson really had to labor to get through that 2nd inning. Only 15 pitches in the first. He threw 35 to get through that 2nd. 3-1 pitch. Hit in the air, left field and well. Backing up, Grichuk still back at the track. He jumps, and he took an extra base hit away from Jonathan VR. Right in front of the Brewers bullpen. Randall Grichuk going as far back as he could. A last-ditch leap, and the baseball found his glove. On any other night, probably a home run for Jonathan VR, if not extra bases. But not on this chilly night in St. Louis. 1 gone for Eric Thames. Fly to right field his first time. And the pitch. Curveball, a strike at the knees. It's 0-1 on Thames. Just 1 for 9 in this series for Eric. The 1-strike pitch. Curveball, strike 2. Hey, Eric overall against these Cardinals, he's had a tough time. They've pitched him tough. Here comes the 0-2. Down low and in the dirt. Skips away from Molina. Ball and 2 strikes on Thames. 4 for 24 this year for Thames against the Cardinals thus far, with 1 home run. It was off of Carlos Martinez in the opener back in Miller Park. 1-2 coming. And the curveball misses low. Good take from Thames. 2-2. Thames checking in with a .323 average. Still sitting on 11 home runs. He's driven in 20. 2-2 pitch. Curveball chopped foul, first base sign. We'll do it again. Fans, don't forget you can always text the booth, presented by U.S. Cellular. Text the word brew, B-R-E-W, followed by your name and where you're from and a question to the number 82783. You can win tickets to an upcoming ball game. Visit BrewersRadioNetwork.com for details. Pitch to Thames, line drive down the left field line. It's a base hit. Grichuk backhands and fires it quickly into Aledmys Diaz, the cutoff man, and he holds Thames to a 1-out single. Hit number 5 for the Crew, but they've all been singles. See if Hernan Perez can move Thames around with less than 2 outs. Perez a base hit to left his first time up. Now 2 out of 6 in this series for Hernan. Starting in his 2nd game, started in center on Tuesday night. Thames a good lead in the pitch. Yeah, cutter a little bit low. 1 ball, no strikes on Hernan Perez. Hernan making the start in left field tonight. Still no Ryan Braun in the starting lineup. Did appear as a pinch hitter late in the game on Tuesday. The 1-0 off the plate away. 2 balls and no strikes. 90-mile-an-hour cutter from Wainwright. Braun still working on that tight upper shoulder, lower neck region. He's okay to hit, just not to throw from the outfield. That's the next test for him before he gets back on the field of play. The 2-0. Strike on the inside corner. It's 2-1 as Perez spins out of the batter's box. 2-1 on Hernan. 3-0 St. Louis. Top half of the 3rd inning. Double play depth up the middle for the Cardinals with Diaz and Wong. Thames inches away from first, and the pitch. Slider for a strike outside corner, and it's 2-2 on Hernan Perez. Pitcher's pitch from Wainwright. Perez now in a battle. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 away. Shaw waiting next. The set, and here it is. Hit foul off the netting behind home plate, and a good cut from Hernan Perez. Count stays at 2-2 on the Brewers left fielder. Batting average nearing .270 for Perez. Got off to that slow start, but he has been awfully hot of late. A great series against the Reds back at home and Atlanta as well. 2-2 pitch. Hit in the air, left center. That's trouble. Moving over, Fowler. Grichuk in the area too. A dive by Fowler, and it falls. They're going to hold Thames at third as Hernan Perez checks in at second base with a double. Valiant effort from Dexter Fowler in center field as well as Grichuk. That ball kind of parachuted on both of them. Again, any other night, just like Villar's ball that ended up being caught by Grichuk and left, any other night, Perez probably has a home run. But tonight, a cool night, wind blowing in from left center at the moment. It falls for a double. But nonetheless, the tying run coming up for Travis Shaw. Everything in this inning has been hit well, even the out from Villar. Another $50 for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the silver lining on that double by Hernan Perez. That is his 6th. Infielders back, conceding a run with a 3-run lead in the 3rd inning. Pitch from Wainwright. In tight on Shaw with a cutter. 1 ball and no strikes. Shaw struck out back in the 1st. Shaw 0-for-3 lifetime against Wainwright. Hits one down the left field line. It's a fair ball off the chalk. Thames is going to come in. Perez will score. Shaw's on his way to second base, and he's got a 2-run double. Just did catch a little bit of chalk over the third base line, is called by Dan Iasonia. And just like that, the Brewers are right back in it. A fister down that third base line. Another $50 for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the silver lining. And the Brewers are down just a run. It's 3-2. Back-to-back doubles. The Brewers are right back in it for Domingo Santana. Fly to center field back in the 2nd inning. Tying run at second base. Here's the pitch. Down and away with a curveball. 1 ball, no strikes. Good to see the Brewers bounce right on back against a guy who's given them a tough time in the past in Adam Wainwright. After the Cardinals had scored 3, some good ABs from the top of the order. The pitch. Santana took it low. 2 balls and no strikes on Domingo. Best fastball we've seen from Wainwright at 92 miles an hour. This will be his 50th pitch of the game. 2-0 coming, and that's off the outside edge. 3 balls and no strikes with the catcher Jet Bandy waiting next. Do you give Santana the green light here? We'll find out. 3-0. Brewers have 7 hits already against Wainwright. Here's the pitch. No green light, and ball 4. First walk issued by Adam Wainwright, and now he's got himself a force at any base as Jet Bandy's coming up. Barring he can get the bat sleeve off of the barrel of his bat, had to go over to the brick wall and knock it off the barrel. So Bandy coming up. Runners at first and second, 1 away. 2 runs already in for the Crew. Bandy, a fly out to deep right center his last time. Drove in the only run for the Crew on Tuesday night against Carlos Martinez. And now time called. Bandy steps out. Shaw his lead from second in the pitch. Curveball low. 1 ball, no strikes. That's 5 straight out of the zone from Wainwright since the double by Travis Shaw. 4 straight base runners for Milwaukee. Still only 1 out. Middle infielders pinching the second base bag in double play depth. Wainwright delivers. Hit foul and into the second deck behind home plate. A ball and a strike on Jet Bandy. Fans of the Brewers come back home on Tuesday, May 9th, and begin an interleague showdown against Dustin Pedroia and the rest of the Boston Red Sox. One and only trip for the Red Sox coming into Milwaukee this year, and the first time since '03. Pick up your tickets by visiting Brewers.com today. 1-1 on Bandy. Tying run at second base. The kick and the pitch. Hit in the air, shallow right. Long run Martinez, and it will fall, and it's a foul ball. First base umpire down the line calling that ball foul, and Craig Counsell wants to check with his video department. Tripp Gibson, the first base umpire, was right on it, had a good look at it, and that ball just did fall foul. Matter of inches, if an inch. Nearly brought up the paint on that chalk down the right field line. And Pat Murphy went immediately to the phone to check to see whether or not that ball was going to be fair or foul, and it was awfully close. Brewers almost got themselves a little bleeder for a knock. Craig Counsell will not challenge the play. And Bandy down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That was Jose Martinez, just inserted into the game for Stephen Piscotty. Tried to leg out an infield single in the second and did not return to the field. Ball and 2 strikes on Bandy. And the pitch. Swing and a fly ball lifted into left. Grichuk angling back on it. He'll be there and make the catch. Shaw back to second. Santana back to first. 2 away for Keon Broxton. Line drive single to right field his last time. Speaking of Keon Broxton, Star Wars Night is coming back to Miller Park on Saturday, May 13th. Brewers take on the New York Mets. And fans who purchase the special theme night ticket package get a Keon Broxton bobblehead. Here's the first pitch to Keon. Swinging a bouncer at third base. It's a fair ball. Travis Shaw's going to come in and score. Domingo Santana hustling to third. Here's the throw to second. It's late. RBI double Keon Broxton. This game is tied 3 apiece. Third double of the inning for the Crew. And that one just fair over the third base bag. The Brewers have touched up Wainwright for 3 here in the third. Just over the bag and on that painted line. And the Brewers will have Orlando Arcia intentionally walked to load him up for Orlando Arcia. Chase Anderson coming up after that intentional pass to Arcia. Another run-scoring double, another $50 for the MAC Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the Silver Lining. It's $150 in this inning alone. And the 9th batter to hit in the inning will be Chase Anderson. Base hit to right in the second. Here's the pitch. And it's low and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Jonathan Villar, who led off this inning, and it took a great catch by Randall Grichuk to get him, is on deck again. Base is full. The 1-0 pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Evens things up at a ball and a strike. Long inning for Adam Wainwright out there on the mound. That was his 58th pitch of the game, his 30th of this inning. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball and a good one for a strike. 1-2 on Chase Anderson. First hit of the year his last time up. He's 1 out of 9. Jose Martinez, the right fielder, playing very shallow. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He went around, says Mike DeMuro, the home plate umpire, and that ends the inning. Damage done, though, for the Crew. They scored 3 runs on 4 hits and leave them loaded in the third. After 2.5 innings in St. Louis, back to square one. It's 3-3.
The Brewers Radio Network is hiring sales account managers. Must be competitive. You will be tasked with selling the Brewers and Packers Radio Network as well as the flagship station 620 WTMJ. Apply online for WTMJ account manager at scripps.com/careers. Scripps is an EEO employer.
We Energies want
farm lending. At Badgerland Financial, we know it better. That's because supporting farmers is what we do, regardless of the size of your farm, the type of crop you grow, or the livestock you raise. If you haven't already, get to know Badgerland Financial. Let us prove why we're the better option when it comes to ag lenders.
Badgerland Financial. Make the pests go away.
Today's third inning is presented by Lucky Tiger. All natural shaving products for today's on in Elm Grove or at tigershaving.com.
I'm Belinda Babinick with the WTMJ.
4 hits against Wainwright in that third. Batted around, as a matter of fact. And they've got 8 hits already against Wainwright. Here comes Carpenter. Kids, be a part of a Major League moment. Every Sunday home game, 9 lucky kids ages 6 to 13 will get to stand next to a Brewers player during the national anthem. Pick up an entry form at your local PNC Bank. Anderson ready to go. Brewers defense in the shift for Carpenter. Here's the pitch. It's right down the middle for a strike, and it's 0-1. Carpenter drew a 2-out walk in the first inning. Average at .256. 4 homers. He's driven in 15 on the year. And here comes the 1-strike pitch. Missed just off the outside corner. 1-1. Anderson from the windup getting ready for his 1-1 pitch. Just missed off the inside edge. 2 balls and 1 strike. Two-one coming. And that missed off the inside edge. Real close pitch. But Carpenter ahead of the count, 3 balls and 1 strike, and Travis Shaw, who was in on the grass at third, will now back up and play where the shortstop normally does in that shift. Anderson wheels and deals. Here it is. Hit foul, and the count fills up. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carpenter in this series, 3 hits, 8 at-bats. Had a big double in the ball game. A couple of nights ago, scored the first run in that 6th inning. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Down and in, ball 4. Leadoff man is on for St. Louis. Walk number 2 for Chase Anderson, both coming from Matt Carpenter. Jed Jerko will be the batter. Took a called 3rd strike back in the 1st inning. Chase Anderson has been on quite a roll to begin this 2017 season. Had a little hiccup his last time against Atlanta. Gave up 4 runs in 6 innings of work. 1 bad inning there, but he has been tremendous. Pitch to Jed Jerko. Off the plate away with a cutter, and it's 1-0. Brewers finally were able to figure out Jerko on Tuesday night. He was 0 for 4 in that game after he had 4 hits in the opener on Monday. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul, and that one took a bite out of Jet Bandy behind home plate. 1-1 on Jed Jerko, and Bandy's going to walk it out to Chase Anderson himself. Jet Bandy, who caught on Monday, got a similar foul ball in that particular game. And Manny Pena, who also caught on Tuesday got a foul ball hit off the dirt right behind the point of home plate and popped up and hit him in a tough spot. Now Bandy, for the second time in this series, just got hit in that same tough spot. Back in there and in the squat. 1 ball, 1 strike on Jed Jerko. Here's the pitch. Down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on Jerko. Slight shift for Jed. RC a couple of steps towards the hole between short and third, and Jonathan Villar a couple of steps closer to second base. Big hole on the right side with Thames holding on Carpenter. Anderson with the baseball behind his back now puts it into the glove into the stretch. The 2-1. Curveball down and in. 3 balls and 1 strike, and back-to-back hitters that Anderson has fallen behind 3 balls and 1 strike. That is one thing that Chase has done so well at the beginning part of this year, is work ahead in counts. It's where he can work that changeup and cutter and curveball off the back of that fastball command. The 3-1 hit into right, a base hit. Santana has to chase it down. Carpenter's going to go from first to third. Runners around the corners for the Cardinals, and back comes St. Louis. Again, Anderson falling behind. 3 balls and 1 strike, had to come in with something. Was trying to get that ball on the inside part of the plate and leaked it out over the middle. For St. Louis, hit number 5. Runners on the corners for Yadier Molina. Badger Mutual Insurance, the heart of your insurance protection. For your auto, home, and business, protect what matters most with people you can trust. Badger Mutual Insurance. Anderson in a jam. Tie game, 3-3, bottom of the 3rd. First one to Molina. Hit foul. He was trying to ambush a fastball and just did get a piece of that changeup coming in. 1 strike on Molina. Anderson has pitched very well against the Cardinals in the past, an earned run average coming in under 2, but no wins. Got a no decision last time out against the Cardinals on the 22nd of April. 0-1, sprayed foul right side, and a quick 0-2 on Yadier Molina. Anderson is yet to eclipse the 90 pitch mark in any start. He's got to 89 a couple of times. He's never been over 90. He might do it tonight. He's already at 63 with nobody out in the 3rd. 2-strike pitch to Molina. Swing and a bouncer, hit just past Shaw into left, a base hit. Jerko turns and puts on the brakes. And Yadier Molina just reached out, poked one into left for a single. Very similar swing to the one he had back in the 2nd inning, where he blooped a single into shallow left. Good changeup by Anderson. Couldn't have had a better spot, but Molina just reached out, poked his bat at it, and found a hole. And Molina, in his career, has been really difficult to strike out. Puts the ball in play, and generally when you put the ball in play, good things happen. And for Molina, that's what happened there. So the walk comes in to score. Jerko up to second base. Molina with run batted in number 10. Cardinals regain the lead. It's 4-3. Still a chance to get out of this with only the 1 run scoring. Work to do. Pitch to Diaz. Fastball misses off the inside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. And some stretching starting to begin in the Brewers bullpen. Cold night, jackets on, beanies on. Trying to stay warm out there. Jerko, few steps off that second base bag. Nobody covering, but Chase Anderson steps off and stops Jerko's progress. Well, after the Brewers came up with 3 against Wainwright in the top half of the inning. Cardinals have come right back. 1-0 to Diaz. Strike on the inside edge. 1-1. Anderson has the one he wants, and the 1-1 pitch. Hit in the air, right center. Over is Santana, calling off Broxton, and Santana makes the call and makes the catch. Runners back to their bases. Diaz hit that ball hard, but with this chilly air tonight, Santana able to get back there and make the catch. Batter will be Randall Grichuk, struck out his first time up. Fans celebrate Mother's Day with a real special Sunday on May 14th. Brewers take on the New York Mets, and the first 20,000 fans in Miller Park will receive a Brewers wristlet. That's courtesy of Boston Store. 1 gone, 2 men on for St. Louis. Cardinals with a 4-3 lead. Anderson delivers home. Missed low with a changeup. Bandy blocked it. 1 ball and no strikes. A lot of offense in this game already. Brewers with 3 runs on 8 hits. They've stranded 6. Cardinals 4 runs, 6 hits. And to this point, they've stranded a couple. Anderson trying to strand a couple more. First and second base, not a lot of speed. And the 1-0. A slider for a strike. It's 1-1. Anderson with Bandy set up on the inside corner. The pitch. Chopper hit to short. Could be 2. Arce to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. Anderson able to wiggle through a tough jam in the bottom of the 3rd. A run comes across. Couple of hits, but only 1 left on base. After 3 innings in St. Louis, Cardinals leading 4-3.
On game day, you don't have to look far for a great tasting light beer. It's brewed right down.
Buns, beers, soda, chips, charcoal, salads, cookies, and more. Get the point? Quick Trip has you covered. Quick Trip, big on fresh, low on price, and proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Quick Trip. See you next time.
Jay.
Changes to report for the St. Louis Cardinals as the clouds have parted for the first time in 2 days, and the sun is out at the moment, turning into a little bit of an eerie look to downtown St. Louis. Hazy look, but that sun is out for the first time in a couple of days. Anyway, Dexter Fowler has left the game. Center fielder, shoulder strain that he sustained trying to make the diving catch on Hernan Perez double back in the 3rd inning. So his day is done. Grichuk moves from left to center. Aledmys Diaz moves from short to left. And Greg Garcia is now the shortstop for the Cardinals. First pitch to Jonathan Villar. Swung on and chopped foul first base side. And it's 0-1. So that's the second outfielder that has left this game for St. Louis. Remember, Stephen Piscotty left with what has now been described as right hamstring tightness and a right hamstring strain. Now Fowler with the shoulder injury. The 0-1. Villar took it off the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. Villar 0 for 2. The pitch. Curveball off the outside edge. 2 balls, 1 strike. Was robbed of a hit by Randall Grichuk in left field in the 3rd. Here comes the 2-1 to Jonathan Villar. Strike at the knees, outside edge, and it's 2-2 on Jonathan. 2 out of 9 in this series against St. Louis. Remember, the Brewers batted around in the third, leading off the second straight inning for the Crew. Third at bat already. The pitch home. Swing and a miss. Curveball tied him up. Third strikeout for Adam Wainwright. Leadoff man retired for the 4th straight inning for the Cardinals right-hander. Eric Thames will be the batter. Single to left his last time. It's 4-3 Cardinals, top of the 4th inning. Thames 1 out of 2. Singled and scored in the third. Scored on that 2-run double by Shaw. From the windup, Wainwright throws. And Thames took it outside. 1 ball, no strikes. That's good to see the sun. It's been a while here in St. Louis. 1-0 pitch. Off the outside edge. 2 balls, no strikes. You're talking about all that flooding and the water levels rising. Saw a report that 6.5 inches had fallen over the last 24 hours here in St. Louis. 2-0 pitch is low and in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. It's a ton of water. Flooding over major highways had to shut it down. I-44 going east and west, just west of the city of St. Louis. 3-0 pitch to Thames, taking all the way, and he took a strike. It's 3-1. And I-55, about 5 miles south of downtown St. Louis, had water going up and over the top of it. The 3-1 hit on a line, and a diving stop by Wong at second. Gets up, throws to first, and he just robbed Thames of another hit. Second time in this series that Colton Wong has taken a hit away from Eric Thames. One on a line on Tuesday night. Made a tumbling catch, moving to his right. This time, Wong moving to his left. 2-hop smash that he smothered and throws Thames out. Here's Hernan Perez, perfect 2 for 2, single and a double. Wainwright winds and fires. Swing and a foul, and that one got a piece of the home plate umpire, Mike DeMuro. Rattled his cage, and Yadier Molina grabs him by the waist, makes sure he's okay. That one nearly popped the mask right off the face of Mike DeMuro. Spun it a quarter of the way around his face to his right, and Yadier Molina giving a couple of extra moments just to gather himself behind the dish. Wainwright backing off the mound and now climbs back up. Dan Iasonia chatting with Jed Jerko at third base about something too. 0-1 the count on Hernan, and the pitch. Curveball and a strike inside corner. 0-2. Wainwright working quickly. The windup and his 2-strike pitch. Curveball down and in. 1-2 on Hernan. 4-3 Cardinals. St. Louis able to regain the lead. Run scoring hit by Yadier Molina in the third. 1-2 and coming back. Chopper, third base side. Jerko, gloves right next to the bag. It's a fair ball, and Perez will have a base hit. Jerko, I think, was waiting to see if that one was going to stay fair or hook foul, and gives some credit to the grounds crew for making that a nice even line up third base, and it stayed fair, and it's an infield knock for Hernan Perez. 3 for 3 for Hernan. Hit number 9 for Milwaukee. And now it's Travis Shaw. 2-run double his last time. Also struck out in the first, looking to extend the inning. And a throw to first base has Perez back standing up. Modified shift for the Cardinals for Travis Shaw. Greg Garcia, the new shortstop, still playing on his side of second base, but Colton Wong about 20 feet into right field. Big middle for Shaw to work with. Here's the pitch. Shaw took it high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Schneider, an industry-leading trucking company, asks you to drive safe. Remember, if you're behind a semi and can't see their mirrors, they can't see you. Safety first and always. Schneider. Perez good. Speed at first. Brewers down a run. Here's the pitch. Shaw took a strike outside corner. One ball, one strike. 88-mile-an-hour cutter on the outside edge. Sun still poking through some of the dark clouds. The 1-1. Swing and a miss at a cutter down and in. Snap throw to first base, and Perez is back standing, trying to catch Hernan napping over at first base as he was making his way back. Just a light toss from Yadier Molina. One and two on Travis Shaw, the hero from Monday night. Now the pitch. Low and in the dirt. Good take that time from Travis on a big curveball from Wainwright. Real tough pitch to lay off. It looks so good coming in, about belt high, and then just falls off the table and ends up at your shoe tops. Already 78 pitches for Adam Wainwright. We're only in the top of the fourth. Now the 2-2. Curveball just bends around the outside corner. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Hernan Perez will be on the move. Ball in a gap or down the line. Perez scores for sure. Wind has calmed down a bit. Here comes the payoff. Runner goes. It's low and in the dirt. Ball 4. Pretty nice at bat that time from Travis Shaw. Was down in the count. Laid off 3 straight curveballs down and in. And he works the walk. It's the 3rd issued by Wainwright. Two men on with 2 out for Domingo Santana. He's flying to center and walked. Wainwright now with 80 pitches. His first to Santana. Hit on a line to center. Grichuk right there makes the catch head high. Could not hit it any better if you're Domingo Santana. A frozen rope, but it was caught. And that ends the inning for the Crew. No runs, a hit, and 2 left. 3.5 innings in the books, and the Cardinals still lead at 4-3.
This fan update is brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Hit the jackpot with another exciting Brewers promotion. Celebrate Mom's Special Day on Sunday, May 14th, as the Brewers take on the New York Mets. The first 20,000 fans at Miller Park will receive a Brewers wristlet courtesy of Boston Store. Get your tickets today at Brewers.com. Stay tuned for other odds-on favorites. Brewers Baseball, presented by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino.
It's been said that there's safety in numbers, but there can also be savings in numbers. With a
At gowild.wi.gov, you'll find everything you need to enjoy Wisconsin's wild side. It's new, it's better, and it's from the Wisconsin DNR. Visit gowild.wi.gov to plan your adventure and
go wild.
Okay. Wong set to lead things off for St. Louis in the bottom of the 4th. And the first pitch from Chase Anderson. In tight, nearly hit him. 1 ball and no strikes. Wong, Wainwright, and then Greg Garcia scheduled batters against Anderson. The Brewers trailing the Cardinals 4-3. Here's the pitch, and Wong took it in there for a strike. Good changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike on Colton. Infield RBI single back in the 2nd inning. Broke his bat, as a matter of fact. The 1-1. hit down the left field line, foul off the facing of the lower bowl. 1-2 on Colton Wong. 3 hits in 10 lifetime at-bats against Chase Anderson. Still just the bottom of the 4th. Brewers down a run. 1-2 pitch. High fastball fouled out of play. Stays the ball in 2 strikes. 7th game between the Brewers and the Cardinals, and St. Louis has taken 4 of the first 6. Brewers trying to win this series here in St. Louis. The 1-2. And a curveball misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brewers winning the opener in 10 innings, 7-5. And then lost a close one on Tuesday night, 2-1. Of course, getting postponed yesterday because of rain. Got this one going right on time tonight. 2-2. Rolled foul. Smart thing for the Cardinals yesterday after postponing that contest to say, hey, let's push today's game back. Today's game originally scheduled for 12:40 for a start time. Instead, pushed it back to 6:15. That was a wise decision. 2-2 pitch. Hit on a line, right field, fair, and headed towards the corner. Hits off the sidewall. Domingo Santana has to reroute, picks it up, but not before Colton Wong is in with a leadoff double. He is now 2 for 2 tonight and starting to swing a really hot bat. Last 10 games coming in, he was hitting nearly 400. Able to spin on that cutter on the inside edge. Hit it down the right field line. 3rd extra base hit of the night for St. Louis. Aledmys Diaz had a double back in the 2nd. Dexter Fowler, now out of the game, had a triple in the 2nd as well. Here's Wainwright. Brewers defense playing for a bunt. Shaw in on the grass and angled at 3rd base. Angled so he can see Wong at 2nd as well as the pitcher. Thames in on the grass at 1st. Now charging. Wainwright squares and takes a strike down the middle. 0-1. Wainwright this year without a sacrifice bunt. Struck out back in the 2nd inning against Chase Anderson. Squares early. Here's the pitch and gets the bunt down. Anderson bare hands it, throws to first base. VR covering, and Wainwright with his first sacrifice of the season. It will go 1-4 on the put out at first base. Over to 3rd goes Colton Wong for Greg Garcia. Just into the ball game. Replacing Dexter Fowler in the lineup. Again, Fowler leaving with that shoulder strain. Diving attempt at a double by Hernan Perez. Stayed in the game very briefly. Greg Garcia now playing at shortstop. And hitting in the leadoff spot. Infielders in on the grass. The pitch fouled straight back to the screen. It's 0-1. Greg Garcia hitting an even 300. 12 hits and 40 at-bats. He's driven in a couple. Used a lot as a pinch batter for Mike Matheny. Runner at 3rd, less than 2 outs for St. Louis. Anderson, a deep breath. Here's the pitch. Strike called inside corner, 0-2. Anderson right now pitching for a pop-up or a punch-out. Keep that runner at 3rd. Ground ball to one of the infielders would be helpful too. 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Got him. Good fastball up above the letters, and Greg Garcia down on strikes. There's the punch out. The 5th for Chase Anderson tonight. And now Jose Martinez is coming up. .342 average for Martinez. 13 hits and 38 at-bats. He's got a home run and driven in 4. 2 gone and Wong at third. Anderson trying to put up a 0 in this 4th inning. The set and the pitch. Curveball and a good one for a strike on the big, tall, right-handed hitter Jose Martinez. Listed at 6'6" and 215 pounds. Now the 0-1 coming. Hit down the left field line, foul. 0-2. It's about the only thing Martinez could have done with that pitch off the inside corner. Either yank it foul or bust your bat and ground out somewhere. 2 strikes and 2 outs. Anderson has the sign he wants. Here it comes. Low and in the dirt and blocked by Bandy. He just saved a run. Changeup off the outside edge, moving nicely to his right. Ball skipped in the left-handed batter's box, and Bandy able to square it up and keep it in front. Big play there for the time being for Bandy. 1-2 on Jose Martinez. A leadoff double by Wong. He stands at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him with that changeup. Doubled up on it. And with only 1 away and a runner at third, back-to-back punch-outs for Anderson. We head to the 5th inning in St. Louis. Brewers trailing 4-3.
Hey, baseball fans, spend some time for low price of only $6.99 a bag. Make old look new again with Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch Spray Paint, just $2.99 a can. And Trail Mix is on sale. Stock up on your favorites. 2-pound bags, only $5.99.
Hello, it's Toyota's Toyota Time Sales Event. This is Jan.
So your sales event...
Johnson's radio station, 620 WTMJ.
Fans smile for every Brewer stolen base. They bag another donation for the Boys and Girls Clubs of Wisconsin. It's courtesy of Delta Dental. Beautiful sunset here in St. Louis. Get to see the sun for the first time in a while. Cardinals lead it 4-3 in the 5th. And back with the play-by-play, here's Bob Uecker.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Jet Bandy will lead things off. 4-3 St. Louis. Brewers own the hit column tonight, 9-7. Crew has stranded 8 runners against Adam Wainwright. Jet Bandy to lead things off. He has flied out twice. Wainwright is ready, and here it is. Bandy is swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Brewers with a 3-run third. Cardinals with 2 in the third. I should say 3 in the second and 1 more in the third. And have the lead, a curveball and a dandy. 0-2 on Jet Bandy. Cardinals have left 4 in this game. Bandy waiting. Here it is. And that's a check swing. Did he go around? Did not. Trip Gibson. First base umpire made that call. Bandy, Broxton, and Arcia in the 5th. Here it is. That one's in there, and Bandy is called out on strikes. Fourth strikeout for Adam Wainwright. Might have got a gift on that one. Here's Broxton. Keon tonight a single and a double, and he knocked in a run. Takes one for a strike on the outside corner. One strike on Broxton. Wainwright ready again and deals, and he's in there again. Fastball that time. 2 quick strikes on the Brewers center fielder. Back in there, Molina, new side. Here he comes again, and that one is too low off the outside. All 1 and strike 2. Brats, Polish, and Italians are all great. A lot of other great tasting Usinger sausages too, folks. Haven't tried some of that Usinger's andouille? It's good. Mr. Baseball Brats. Here's the 1-2 offering. Broxton sends one foul to the right field side. Carpenter giving chase. This one's backing out of play. And before Broxton tries again, 10-4 identification. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
The home of the Packers, Brewers, and Bucks. We are Wisconsin's radio station. WTMJ and WTMJ HD, Milwaukee.
Back with you once again from St. Louis. 4-3 Cardinals here in the 5th inning. And the pitch by Wainwright, and Broxton swings and fouls. Popping away from Yadier Molina. Along with your favorite Usinger sausage, a pretzel and soft pretzel bun, folks. Check them out at your local grocer. Or online, usingers.com. Here he comes again, and that one rides high and away. Broxton 2 out of 2 tonight. Wainwright coming back. Look out, almost hit him. Off speed off the inside corner. Wainwright trying to win his 3rd on the year. 1 a pair and lost 3. Ball 3 and strike 2 on Keon Broxton. And the pitch. Swinging, and a fly ball hit to left. Get up! Get out of here! Gone for Keon Broxton. And the Brewers have tied it. Broxton just went out of here on a 3-2 offering from Adam Wainwright. Another Wisconsin Lottery Powerball home run. Broxton's 2nd of the year. Here is Orlando Arcia. 4th home run given up by Adam Wainwright. Broxton got a slider right down the middle and jumped all over it. And the pitch. Arcia came up empty.
Estimated distance of home run 404 feet, 404.
48th home run on the year for the Crew, and the pitch. In there on a bender, and it's 0-2. Into the Brewers bullpen. Keon Broxton. And the pitch. Down low and picked up by Yadier Molina. New baseball put in play by Mike DeMuro. Ball 1 and strike 2. And the pitch. Lined foul, right field side.
With that home run from Keon Broxton, he's now 7 for 9 lifetime against
Adam Wainwright, huh? He got a hanger that time and hit it out of here. And the pitch. Swinging a roller foul. Another hanging pitch. Change up that time, and Arcia out in front of it. Ball winding up in the Brewers bullpen. Grab that one. Jared Hughes. Somebody caught it out there. And the pitch. Swinging, and a liner to the gap in right center, but it's playable. And going to be caught by Martinez. Well hit by Arcia. He's the 2nd out in the inning, and Chase Anderson coming up. Wainwright has always been tough against the Crew. He's been a power pitcher. He's more of a down low off the outside, a finesser now, if you will. He still throws in that 91, 92 range, maybe. But for the most part, a lot of breaking stuff and a very good changeup. Swinging, and a bullet hit to Wainwright, and he will throw out Chase Anderson. Brewers get one, though, on the home run by Keon Broxton. Bottom half of inning number 5 coming up. Brewers 4, Cardinals 4.
Fans, it's time for the freebie in the 5th inning contest, sponsored by Master Z's. The 25th caller wins a $100 gift certificate to Master Z's. Call 414-799-1620.
I'm Belinda Babinick with the WTMJ Paladins Bay.
St. Louis shortstop is in there now. Yadier Molina aboard at first base. 2 men are out. Molina, the 2-out walk against Chase Anderson. And Jan Marinez is on the work. Right-handed batting Cardinals shortstop waiting. Here comes Marinez, and he's in there. A dandy of a breaking ball that time. Cutter or a slider. And it's on 1 on Diaz. He has doubled and scored and flied to right field. Sets waist high. Coming back in tight. Fastball missing about thigh high. Even now at a ball and a strike. 2 men around here in the Cardinal 5th. Diaz came in tonight hitting at .218. Marinez deals a swing and a miss fastball. He was a little tardy on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Diaz with 5 home runs. He has driven in 8. Molina, 4-step lead. Marinez checks in. Coming back, runner goes, swinging a bouncer, hit up along third. Travis Shaw, tough play, bare hand pick, and throws late. That was a tough chance on a slowly hit ground ball. Shaw did it about as good as you can do it. Barehanded grab, the throw late for Diaz, and the Cardinals have 2 on. Randall Grichuk coming up now. Travis Shaw, the only player had anything to do with that one. Marinez, no chance. And as I said, Shaw, the barehanded grab, throw was right on target, but he outran it. Randall Grichuk has struck out and bounced into a double play. Marinez trying to get out of it. Game tied 4 apiece. Here he comes to Grichuk. Check swing. Did he go? He did not. Trip Gibson again making that call from first base. 1 ball and no strikes. Jet Bandy the sign. Molina and Diaz are aboard. Here comes Marinez. 2-0 now, missing down low and away, and Jet Bandy wants to talk with him. Tomorrow night we greet you from PNC Park in Pittsburgh, hopefully. A lot of rain in the forecast for Pittsburgh, too. 3 games set against the Pirates, and then the Brewers are heading back home. 2-0 pitch coming. Here it is, and Grichuk took one good that time. Breaking ball at the knees, 2 balls and a strike. Colton Wong, who's had a good night. Due next. Right now, the 2-1 for Gritchick. Here comes Marinas, and it's bounced to third, and Travis Shaw is going to go the short route. Second base with VR covering to end the inning. Fielder's choice ground out. Cardinals get nothing. They had a hit and leave 2 runners. 6th inning coming up, tied at 4 apiece.
Hi, I'm Wisconsin Tourism Secretary Stephanie Klett. For
Wisconsin Lottery, with a minimum jackpot of $40 million and drawings every Wednesday and Saturday night, it'll leave you singing.
Up, up. Since 338, $1 million, 1 in 11,688,054, $50,000, 1 in 913,130, $100, 1 in 10,377, $7, 1 in 318, $4, 1 in 28. Odds based on 1 play for $2.
620 W.
The Brewers will face a new thrower for St. Louis. Left-hander Brett Cecil is on the work in place of Adam Wainwright. Wainwright tonight, 5 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Giving way to Cecil, and Jonathan VR is going to lead things off. Top of the order for the Crew. And the pitch by the lefty is bunted foul to the St. Louis dugout. Woodman's Food Market's home run inning is upon us. Jackie Paskey from Green Bay. $150 in our jackpot tonight. Each additional home run worth another 100. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter. Service and savings. That's Woodman's. Here he comes again. Swing and a miss by VR. 2 strikes on Jonathan. He has bounced out, flied out, and struck out. Randall Gritchick took a base hit away from him, back in the third with a beautiful catch. 2 strikes and nothing. Now the pitch. Outside and high. Ball 1 and strike 2 on Jonathan. Cardinal outfield now has Diaz in left, Gritchick in center, and Jose Martinez playing in right. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ready again. Cecil, here he comes. In tight on Jonathan, 2-2. Swing and a miss. And that takes care of Jonathan VR.
First baseman, Eric Thames.
Eric Thames in there now. Base hit, run scored for Thames in the third. Hit the ball hard 3 times tonight. 1 out of 3 with a run scored. The pitch. In there on the inside corner, strike 1. Talking about the Pirates, losers today in Cincinnati, 4-2. Reds won that one. And the pitch. It is a little bit low off the outside. Not by much. Pretty good breaking ball from Brett Cecil. Nationals beat Arizona today, 4-2. Max Scherzer. And the pitch. Down low and inside. 2 balls on a strike. Goldschmidt is 5th. Jake Lamb is 7th for Arizona. Left-handed batting Eric Thames, and now Cecil backs off. Molina, new sign for him. Here he comes, and Thames sends it foul. And a good rip that time. It's 2-2 now. Cubs beat the Phillies today at Wrigley Field 5-4. Franco and Rupp with home runs for Philadelphia. Montero hit number 3 for the Cubs. And the pitch. High and away, full up now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Oihara won that one for the Cubs in relief. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here it is, and Thames took one high and inside. About letter high, he draws the walk. 1 on with 1 out. Here comes Hernan Perez. Been red hot, 3 out of 3 tonight. 2 singles and a double. Thames good lead at first. Cecil checks him and deals, and Hernan Perez took it high and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Perez playing in left field tonight. I asked him game 1 in the series. I said, where do you like to play best of all? He said, third base. I like everything, but he said, third base, numero uno. Throw to first, runners back in time. Anywhere he plays, he looks like he belongs there, I can tell you that. 1 ball to no strikes. Cecil deals. Perez looked at a strike. Even now at 1-1. You watch that guy play any place on the infield, and he looks like that's where he belongs, or where he started, or where he's played his whole career. The pitch, swing and a foul, popping away from Molina. At shortstop, I mean, he turns double plays as good as anybody you can see. Second base, he plays there. First base, some of the tough throws that he has to make from the outfield, he's right on target. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a toss to first, and Thames is back easily.
He's out there working every single day.
He does it all, doesn't he?
Every position. Every position.
Takes fly balls, hard ground balls, tough ground balls. You know, works on double plays. Plays at third, balls that are really hit hard at him by coaching staff, of course. And the pitch. Perez struck out, swinging, may have foul tipped it. Molina hangs on for the strikeout. Second for Brett Cecil here in the inning. And Travis Shaw is coming up now. But yeah, I mean, when you come to the ballpark and you get there early like we do, and taking batting practice or extra infield or practicing on plays, but Perez is all over the place. Two men around. Eric Thames, the runner at first. And the pitch by Cecil in there on a bender, and it's 0-1. But he makes everything look easy, like he's played there his whole career. And I'm talking about, coming across the bag from shortstop at second base, going to the bag from second base to turn a double play. He's right on his game all the time. The pitch, a little low with a breaking ball, and it's 1-1 now.
You mentioned his favorite position is third. He makes that play coming in on those slow rollers or bunts look real easy.
He does. And even balls, Jeff, that are hit really hard, his quickness, and not to take anything away from Travis Shaw by any means. Big swing and a bouncer hit slowly. This could be a base hit. The pickup, the throw is going to be late. Greg Garcia, the shortstop, made the barehanded pickup and the throw, but it's going to be a base hit for Travis Shaw. Oliver Drake is up for the Crew, and that's Matt Bowman up for St. Louis. and Mike Matheny wants him right now. But yeah, I mean, Travis Shaw plays as well as you can play at third base too. But for a guy like Perez, who's used by Craig Counsell every place, and you know, with no hesitation at all, it's not an easy thing to do. Play at this level and play every position. You know, he could catch too. And he's asked Craig Counsell about that. He has. All right, Matt Bowman is on. The U.S. Cellular call to the bullpen has been made. With U.S. Cellular, you can post, text, and stream from the middle of anywhere. Tied at 4.
Hello, it's Toyota's Toyota Time Sales Event. This is Jan.
So your sales of
$338, $1 million, $1 in $11,688,054, $50,000, $1 in $913,130, $100, $1 in $10,377, $7, $1 in $318, $4, $1 in $28. Odds based on one play for $2.
620 WTMJ.
Back with you once again from St. Louis. Brewers have 2 on. With 2 outs, Domingo Santana is the batter. He has applied to center, walked, and lined to center. He had a rocket back in the 4th inning, but right at Randall Grichuk in center. He's in there now against Matt Bowman. And the pitch by Bowman is a strike right down the middle. 0-1, fastball at 91. Brett Cecil works 2/3, couple of strikeouts for him, a walk and an infield single. Matt Bowman trying to get him off the hook. 2 down, Santana waits. Here's the pitch. In tight, about thigh high, and it's even. 1 ball and 1 strike. It has been Wainwright, Cecil, and now Matt Bowman. Brewers with Chase Anderson and Jan Marinez. Now the pitch. It is in there. Didn't offer. Ball 1 and strike 2. Santana at 207. He's got 5 home runs. Matt Bowman, here he comes again. Santana took that one off the inside. Sinking fastball at 90. Bowman appearing in his 15th game for the Cardinals. 1-1 loss, none. Trying to work out of it here in the 6th inning. Here it is. In the dirt and knocked down by Molina. It is a full count now, 3-2, and traveling time. Thames at second. Shaw, the runner, at first. Cardinal infield playing back. 3-2 pitch coming. Here it is. It is high on Santana, and he walked him. All right, they're loaded up. And Jet Bandy coming up. Thames at third. Travis Shaw, the runner, at second. The walking Domingo Santana aboard at first, and here is Jet Bandy with the bases loaded. 2-out base hit here does some damage. Tied at 4 apiece, and Bowman ready. Here it is, and it is in there on Bandy. He looked at a breaking ball. Bowman, 12+ innings of work for him. 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned. 1 strike on Bandy. Here he comes again, and a swing and a miss. 2 strikes on the Brewers catcher. Base is loaded. Brewers on the hit column tonight, 11-8. Game tied at 4-4. Bandy back in there. Runners lead first, second, and third. Bowman sets one more time. Here he comes. Down low off the inside, a sinker missed. 1-2 on the Brewers catcher. Bandy tonight, a couple of fly balls and a strikeout. Now the stretch. Here he comes again. Bandy, a swing and a miss and a low inside sinker, and the inning is over. Brewers lead, the bases loaded. 5.5 are complete. Still tied at 4.
Specialists, mechanics, and dispatchers to join our team. If you feel boxed in by a job that doesn't offer much more than a paycheck and want to be on a winning team, it's time to trade up.
Wheel and see for yourself why Chevrolet keeps bringing home award after award.
Visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com.
Most awarded claim based on recognized industry awards for 2014 through 20.
More at CatholicFinancialLife.org.
Is on to work now for the Crew, and Colton Wong is going to be the first man to face him. Mets down in Atlanta playing in the 4th inning under a rain delay now. Jay Bruce, number 10 for the Mets in that one. 3-1 New York leading. Zach Wheeler against Jaime Garcia if they get that one going again. Wonder if Freddie Freeman can see the ball good tonight. Bunted up along third, and it's going to be a base hit for Colton Wong. And Travis Shaw playing back, and with that shift on for Colton Wong, that's wide open. One on for St. Louis against Oliver Drake. Baltimore trying to hand one back. On the loss side to the Red Sox tonight, they lead that one 8-3 in the 6th inning. Manny Machado with a home run, his 7th. Pedroia hit his first for the Red Sox. And the pitch, showing bunt and a strike popping away from Jet Bandy. This is Matt Bowman, the pitcher.
It's been a slightly entertaining series up at Fenway.
That's some bad stuff going on at that place.
You're not kidding.
One strike. Looking at the news reports, stories coming out of Boston and Fenway Park. Fan ejected last night for not baseball-like comments. A lifetime ejection. I mean, I don't know how you enforce it, but at least it's been stated by the Red Sox that they're not going to put up with any kind of trash talk and anything else that's not baseball. And the pitch, showing bunt, it's a good one. Travis Shaw has, and he will play for Matt Bowman. Sacrifice goes 5-4, and the Cardinals have the lead run at second base now. Yeah, all that stuff going on at Fenway Park over the last couple of days. More happenings last night. Player ejections. Umpiring crews are trying to keep, the game the game. That's what they're trying to do, and some of the things that are going on and some of the calls that are being made by the umpires around baseball. A lot of players don't like it, fans don't like it, and ugly things that take place throughout the league and throughout the course of a game. Don't need that kind of stuff. And the pitch. Check swing and a fastball wide. 1 ball and no strikes now on Greg Garcia. New sign, and the pitch by Oliver Drake hit foul, and it's even now, 1-1. All of it over that series against the Orioles. I know Jeff has been around Fenway Park and some of the games that are played there. I know some of the tough ones that are played between the Yankees and the Red Sox. Boy, they get a little testy. Whether you're playing at Fenway Park or Yankee Stadium. Those two teams, a strike at the knees, 1-2. Those two teams haven't liked each other for a long, long time. And you know what? When you watch the pregame shows, if you're there working a game and you watch the players taking batting practice and everything, watching the players, they go up and shake hands with each other and talk to each other. But once the game starts, whatever gets going or gets it going, and the pitch fouled back by Garcia. The games involving New York and Boston are they're a little testy, both places.
It is as bitter a rivalry as you'll ever see.
Yeah, you know it for firsthand.
Even at the minor league level.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Go ahead.
No, same way, minor league level too.
The stretch, the pitch. High with a fastball that time from Drake. 2-2. And I'm going back a long ways too, Jeff, and I don't care who the players were or where you were in the standings at that particular time. They don't get along. Red Sox, Yankees especially. That's a good one. Cardinals and the Cubs. Cubs are coming in here on the up-and-coming homestand for St. Louis. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Oliver Drake missing high and away on Greg Garcia. And that's both places. I was thinking not too long ago, going back to, I'm talking about back in the 60s and the Cubs weren't good. I guess maybe that's why there wasn't much of a battle between, the two clubs. Cardinals in the outside and high, and he walked him. 2 are on now. And Jose Martinez, but I don't remember in any of the games that I was at Wrigley Field with the Cardinals where there was anything going on, or even here when the Cubs would come into St. Louis at the old ballpark at Old Busch Stadium. I don't remember anything bad happening at all.
I'm trying to think back, when the Cardinals have been on this run probably for 30 years where they've been competitive, but the Cubs really haven't had big runs, maybe late 90s, that's it.
Yeah, Jeff, I think that's probably why that, nobody paid much attention to the Cubs because they weren't very good in those 50s and 60s. And despite the fact, they had Banks and Billy Williams and Santo. I mean, they had some good players, very good. But there was never a problem. Not like it is today. Martinez took a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Strikeout victim back in the 4th inning. Drake trying to pitch out of it. 2 are on, 1 man out, 4-4 tie here in the 6th inning. Jose Martinez swinging a miss. Drake with a fastball at 92, threw that one right by him. 2 strikes, 1 out. Of course, the Cubs winning last year, world's champs, and heck of a year. Yeah, they'll be in here next on the homestand for St. Louis. And the pitch. That one's too high. Ball 1 and strike 2 now.
Cardinals opened up at home this year against Chicago.
Yep.
I was told from some folks, other than opening day, that Cubs fans came out in droves here in St. Louis. That doesn't happen often.
I don't, that surprised me only because of how many season tickets they sell here. And in Milwaukee, we see it at Miller Park. And the pitch. Big bouncer hit to short. Going to be a tough play, and nicely done by Orlando Arcia. Martinez is gone. Runners advance to second and third with 2 down. And Matt Carpenter's coming up. But yeah, with the fan base they have here in St. Louis, I was really kind of surprised to see the legion of Cub fans that were here for that opening series.
I heard it was 60-40 split, Cardinals to Cubs.
That's really hard to believe here in St. Louis. We see what happens in Milwaukee where, Cub fans get tickets and they're easily accessible for whatever reasons. But we see them at Miller Park. And when you see them here in St. Louis, that's problems brewing. Now Matt Carpenter takes a strike, 0-1. But again, going back to, the days when I was here, I just don't remember anything being bad. It was kind of keep quiet. Don't disturb them. Carpenter waiting on an 0-1 delivery. Here it is, and he hit it foul against the netting. 2 strikes on the St. Louis first baseman. Two men are out. We're in the 6th inning. Game tied at 4 apiece. The finale here on this trip. Luckily, the rains have held off tonight. Chance to play this one, and hopefully with a win heading to Pittsburgh. And the pitch, swing and a miss, struck him out, and now the play by Bandy to end Carpenter's AB, and the inning is over. Struck him out with a nasty splitter. Cardinals leave a couple of runners. They had a hit. 7th inning is coming up. Got a dandy going here in the finale. It's tied at 4 apiece.
Wouldn't it be cool if you could buy something and then if it turns out later you didn't need it, you get your money back? Okay, not all of your money, but some of it. A little bit at least. That's exactly how it works with you. Visit thesilverlining.com.
Miller High Life. Easy drinking. It's refreshing. It's what American lager was born. Welcome to the High Life. 2017 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Great beers.
The crisp taste of apples. Good on their own, but together, even better. Like
It's easy drinking. It's refreshing. It's what American lager was born to be. Welcome to the High Life.
Radio station, 620 WTMJ.
The 7th inning is on for the Crew. Got a good one going here tonight, tied at 4 apiece. Brewers on the hit column, 11-9, game tied at 4. Anyway, we've got Keon Broxton to lead off, and stepping in to call it for you, here's Jeff.
All right, thanks, Hugh. Matt Bowman still on the hill for St. Louis. Broxton's had a great day, 3 for 3 with a homer. Here's the first pitch, and he took a strike over the outside edge, and it's 0-1. Singled in the second, doubled home run in the third, and homered in the fifth. Perfect 3 for 3, all against the starter, Adam Wainwright. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Bowman to Broxton. And that is just off the inside corner with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Broxton's average has leapfrogged up to 227 with his 3 hits today. 1-1 pitch. Strike two called outside corner. 1-2. 91-mile-an-hour sinker from Matt Bowman. Brewers trying to take their first lead of the game. They've either trailed or been tied. 1-2 pitch. Down and in. Threw him that same sinker. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Broxton. Starting to get dialed in. Arcia to follow and then a pinch hitter. See who Craig Counsell uses depending on the situation. 2-2 from Bowman. Hit on a line, right field coming on. It's down for a hit in front of the sliding Martinez. 4 for 4 for Keon Broxton. And for the second time tonight, a right fielder for St. Louis trying to sell out to make a catch on a Broxton line drive. If that ball gets by Martinez, circle the wagons for Broxton. That would have easily been 4. Martinez able to scoop it on the short hop. Broxton with a big lead at first. Arcia at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a bouncer, double play ball. Garcia to second for 1. Back to first. It is 2, a double play. Just as the Brewers had some momentum. 6-4-3 it goes. And Nick Franklin, who was in the on-deck circle, will now be sent back into the dugout. And Jesus Aguilar will be coming up. Orlando Arcia had been having some good swings tonight. And that double play killed some momentum against Bowman. And here comes Aguilar, where one swing could give the Brewers the lead. Hitting for Oliver Drake. Our U.S. Cellular text the booth line. A question today coming from Eric in Wamandi, Wisconsin. Wanted to know, does being a catcher help in locating pitches while batting? Well, I would think that the catcher would have a pretty good idea of the strike zone, first and foremost. But I think that's all kind of in the eye of the beholder, depending on the hitter, of course. First pitch to Aguilar. Strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Certainly might get a couple of more calls from a home plate umpire being a catcher, because you've got that relationship. You've been protecting that umpire, balls in the dirt, whatnot. Might get a couple of borderline pitches. 0-1, misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Might be able to pick up some spin a little early. That just all depends, of course. Eric, good question. And thanks for using the U.S. Cellular text the booth line tonight. 1-1 to Aguilar. Down and away. And the count 2 balls and 1 strike on the Brewers pinch hitter. Jesus had a pinch hit single a couple of days ago. It was his first hit since April the 11th against Toronto. 2-1 pitch. Swinging a high, towering drive, deep left field. It is gone. The Brewers take a 5-4 lead on the first big league home run of the career for Jesus Aguilar. He'd been waiting for that one for years. Number of ABs with Cleveland, and now in a pinch hit spot, he gives the crew the lead, and he's got his first home run. 5-4 Milwaukee. Hanging splitter down and in, and he hit it over the Brewers bullpen and left. My, oh my, what a shot. Good substitution for Craig Counsell. He was going to have Nick Franklin come up, but you give Aguilar a chance, and one swing gives the crew their first lead. Here comes VR. First pitch to him misses low, 1-0. And I hope the Brewers bullpen finds the fan that caught that one in left field and can get that one back for Jesus. First big league home run. 1-0 pitch to VR. It's good for a strike. 1-1. 415 feet, and you know what? Rightfully so for Jesus Aguilar. The Brewers not acknowledging it, giving him the silent treatment for a little while. The pitch to VR. Swing and a miss. He tried to give the Brewers a 2-run lead. A ball and 2 strikes on Jonathan. That's got to feel good. Monkey off the back for for Jesus Aguilar, I should say. 1-2. Bowman rocks and deals. Inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. For Matt Bowman, first home run he's allowed this year. He had gone 20-plus appearances spanning to September of last year without giving up a run. Brewers got him here. 2-2 pitch to VR. In tight with a fastball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kevin Segrist, left-hander, getting loose for St. Louis. Carlos Torres for the Brewers. And now with a lead. Payoff pitch to VR. Swinging a shot and caught by the diving Colton Wong. Second time his defense has sparkled tonight. But the Brewers get the big blast from Jesus Aguilar. First big league homer for the first baseman for the Crew. They lead it going into the 7th inning stretch, 5-4.
Lincoln Contractor Supply and Fabic Rents, the Cat Rental Store. 2 names Wisconsin contractors know and trust for tools and equipment, sales and rentals. You're covered from Cat skid steer loaders, aerial equipment and work tools to job tools and supplies. Husqvarna Construction Products, the world leader in handheld power cutters. See the full Husqvarna line at Lincoln today, and don't forget replacement filters and belts. Lincoln Contractor Supply and Fabic Rents, the Cat Rental Store, working side by side serving Wisconsin contractors with 9 statewide Alliance locations.
So, I was going to get a new Samsung Galaxy S8 and treat myself, and then US Cellular was all, Brad, just switch and get it for free. And I was like, for free? And they were like, for free! And I was like, dang, US Cellular, you are awesome and have coverage where I need it. And they were like, well, enjoy your free Samsung GS8, Brad. And I was like, please, call me B-Rad! Get your free Samsung Galaxy S8 when you switch to US Cellular.
Via trailing credits, 30-month retail installment contract. Luxurious Drift Spa. Check it out online at islandresortandcasino.com.
Carlos Torres on to pitch for the Crew. And before we see Jed Jerko, 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Brewers Radio Network.
The home of the Packers, Brewers, and Bucks. We are Wisconsin's radio station. WTMJ and WTMJ HD, Milwaukee.
Along with Bob Euchre and our producer and engineer Kent Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering with you in St. Louis. Bottom of the 7th inning, Carlos Torres on in relief. First pitch to Jerko, swung on, popped up, foul, right side and out of play. It's 0-1. 7th inning stretch sponsored by Island Resort and Casino. Schedule your getaway to the island. Enjoy headline entertainment, 6 great dining options, and time for you in the luxurious Drift Spa. Visit islandresortandcasino.com today. Jerko is 1 out of 3. Had a base hit back in the 3rd. And he takes low and in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike from Carlos Torres. Had 4 hits in the opener, a hit so far tonight. Brewers with 5 runs on 13 hits tonight. Cardinals 4 runs on 9. Brewers playing Jerko to hit to the opposite field. As Torres throws up and in, does a limbo to get out of the way. 2 balls and 1 strike. Big gap in left center between Hernan Perez and Keon Broxton. Torres last worked on Monday, scoreless 6th inning with a couple of hits. 2-1 pitch to Jed Jerko. Hit on the ground at 3rd. 2 hops for Shaw. Slings it across the diamond a little high with a throw, but Thames brings it down. 1 up, 1 down in the Cardinals half of the 7th inning. Yadier Molina on base all 3 times today. A couple of hits, a run batted in, and a walk is coming up. (5-4) Brewers, bottom of the 7th inning, and trying to win this series against the Cardinals. Try and take 2 out of 3 with that postponement last night because of bad weather. Pitch from Torres. Molina bounds one right off of Torres. It gloves right to Villar. Throws to first in time. Nice play by Jonathan Villar on the deflection from Carlos Torres. Slowed it down enough. And they got Yadier Molina by plenty. 1-4-3 on the putout. And now Aledmys Diaz is the hitter. A couple of hits today, a double and an infield single. 2 away for Carlos Torres. And the first one to Diaz. Squares to bunt, lays it down. Torres off the mound, bare hand, throw to first. It's wide and down the right field line. Santana not backing the play up, and Aledmys Diaz is going to go all the way to third on a bad throw by Carlos Torres. Carlos got there in plenty of time, but rushed the throw. Give it a base hit and then an E1 to allow Diaz to go all the way to third. And now the tying run just 90 feet away. A little infield single there, and Carlos Torres getting off the mound quickly. The bare-handed play and just fired wildly at first base. And nobody there to back it up. Now Randall Grichuk is the hitter. A strikeout, a double play ground out, and a fielder's choice. First error of the ball game for either team. Torres sets and deals. Low and away with a cutter. 1 ball, no strikes. So more pressure on this Brewers defense. Every inning St. Louis has had a base runner on. Same for the Crew. It has been an offensive game on a chilly night. The 1-0. Low and away and backhanded by Jet Bandy. Diaz now with 3 hits tonight out of the number 6 spot in the order. Slight shift for Grichuk on the infield. Villar almost playing behind the second base bag. Here's the pitch. Low and away again. 3 balls and no strikes, and maybe the hottest hitter in the lineup, Colton Wong, is waiting next. Torres asks for a new baseball. Home plate umpire Mike DeMiro sends a new one out there. 3 balls, no strikes on Randall Grichuk. See if he's got a green light or if he's taking on this 3-0 pitch from Torres. The kick, and here it is. Swinging away, and he fouled it off DeMiro's chest protector behind home plate. Second time that he's been hit with a foul ball. 3-1, and Jet Bandy is going to go out and chat with Carlos Torres. He did have that green light on a hanging slider. Fans, don't forget that next Sunday, May 14th, Brewers are back in town against the Mets. And it's another Kids Eat Free Sunday at Miller Park. All kids 14 and under at next Sunday's game, of course, against New York, will get a free lunch, courtesy of Pick and Save and Blue Bunny. 3-1 on Randall Grichuk. Tying run 90 feet away for St. Louis in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the set and the pitch. Up and in, ball 4. And it's going to be Colton Wong with runners on the corners hitting against Torres. Double barrel action for the Cardinals in their bullpen. Segrist was loosening last half inning. He is still warming up, and now Trevor Rosenthal joining him in that Cardinals bullpen. Nobody warming for the Brewers beyond the left field fence. Colton Wong 3 for 3. Infield single and a run batted in the 2nd. A double stranded at 3rd in the 4th. A hit and stranded at 3rd again in the 6th. Slight shift for the Brewers to the pull side for Wong. The pitch from Carlos Torres. High, ball one. Mentioned last at bat for Colton Wong, one of the hottest hitters for St. Louis. Came in hitting nearly 400 in his last 10 games. He's ahead in the count, 1-0. And now Matt Adams has emerged into the on-deck circle for the Cardinals. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch. Fouled straight back, and Wong had a big cut at that fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wong, a tough guy to strike out, only 11 punch-outs on the year in almost 80 at-bats. Not that you're looking for a strikeout here. You can take a ground ball, be just fine. There's 2 away. All this happening with 2 outs. The bunt base hit in the air by Torres. And then the walk. 1-1 pitch. Just a little high. Tried the cutter again. 2 balls and 1 strike. After a quick ground out from Jerko as well as Molina. Diaz and Grichuk on base. 5-4 Brewers, bottom of the 7th. Torres deals. Check swing foul. And Torres got away with 1 there. 2-2. And Jet Bandy goes out in front of home plate. Going to go through a sequence of signs with his infielders just in case Grichuk takes off for second base. Double steal situation. Two balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Diaz leads from third, Grichuk from first, and Torres steps off the back of the rubber. Corey Knebel now starting to play catch for the Crew in their bullpen. Torres with the sign. Here he comes. Ground ball to first. Backhanded by Thames. He'll go to the bag and get the out on Wong. Torres got himself into a little bit of a jam, but got out of it. Strands runners at first and third in the bottom of the 7th. We head to the 8th in St. Louis. Brewers leading the Cardinals 5-4.
What's on tap? Brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer.
It's most lopsided trade ever, Bob.
Well, Brockford Broglio comes to mind, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Nolan Ryan for Jim Fregosi, too.
Didn't work out too well for the Mets.
No, it didn't.
What's the best trade you were a part of?
Well, that's easy. You...
New pitcher on for the St. Louis Cardinals. It's left-hander Kevin Segrist. As the Brewers have a 5-4 lead. Fans with the option of plan a custom tailgate, reserve a block of seats, or even rent out an all-inclusive area, Miller Park is the place for your group outing this season. Group packages start as low as $6 a ticket, so visit brewers.com/groups for more details. Segrist on, Crew out in front, and back with the play-by-play. Here's Bob Uecker.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Trying to get out of here with the series, 2-1. And the left-hander, Kevin Segrist, against the left-handed Eric Thames. And the opening pitch in the Brewers' 8th inning is a little bit high and away, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 5-4 Brewers in the 8th. Segrist deals again, and that one's hit foul by Thames. Baseball brought to you in part by Usingers. Great tasting sausage always. Here's the 1-1 offering, and it is in there on a bender, and it's 1-2. Wisconsin made, you betcha. Usingers. Great tasting brats, Polish, zesty Italian sausage. And the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Thames is gone. Strikeout for Segrist. 1 down here in the 8th inning, and Hernan Perez coming up. Pretzel, a soft pretzel bun, your favorite condiment? Oh, you bet. You can't beat a Usinger sausage. Whether you're watching baseball, whether you're just knocking around outside. Lunchtime, dinner time, grilling time, make sure it's Usinger's. Outside, he missed. 1 ball and no strikes. Hernan Perez tonight, 3 out of 4. Segrist ready again and deals, and he dropped one down low, dug up by Yadier Molina. 2-0 on Hernan Perez. Post-game show follows our broadcast tonight. Getaway day here in St. Louis. Check, swing, strike anyway. All the other scores around baseball. Today's and tonight's home run hitters. Now the pitch to Perez, line foul to right. Ball 2 and strike 2 on Hernan Perez. Travis Shaw due next. Jesus Aguilar's first Major League home run. In the 7th, swing a smash to third, gobbled up. Jed Jerko has that and throws him out. 2 are up, 2 are down, and Travis Shaw coming up. That's the difference in the game. Brewers have banged out 13 hits tonight. Travis Shaw had a big swing and a miss. 1 strike on Shaw. Wainwright and Anderson were the starters tonight. One strike, Segrist ready again. Here he comes. Low and away with a bender. 1 ball and 1 strike. Could use not so much a Usinger's brat, but a grill in here tonight. It is cold. The pitch. Swinging a soft fly. Into right, dropping for a base hit. Travis Shaw with a 2-out single. Temperature has been dropping since the start of this game, and the wind picking up too. Man, it's cold here tonight.
Blowing right on in. Feels like we're at Wrigley a little bit.
I'm telling you. A little frosty here in St. Louis tonight. But, more importantly, got the game in. Here's Domingo Santana. And the pitch. Swinging, foul, out of play behind the St. Louis dugout. I've been sitting on my hands all night here tonight, and then I find out I don't even have a chair. What have I been sitting on? Ooh. One strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, off speed, a dandy of a changeup. And it's 0-2. Jeff and I are sitting down in the front row here at our broadcast facility. Ken Sommerfeld is tucked up nice and warm up above us. 2 strikes. And a throw to first. Back in time. No problemo. Travis Shaw. It's been a cool night here in St. Louis. This is a cold night. No, it's not cool. It's cold. Now the stretch, the pitch, the runner goes. Swinging a looping liner, center field, a base hit. Travis Shaw is going to wind up at third. And Domingo Santana with a line single to center. Runners are at the corners now with 2 down, and Jet Bandy coming up. He's overdue tonight. A couple of fly balls and 2 strikeouts. It was 50 degrees at game time when we started, which was okay. Rain had stopped, but it has dropped considerably since then.
I think the scoreboard is lying. It says 53 on the scoreboard. There's no chance.
No. You got that right. There's no chance. Swinging a fly ball, hit to left. It is going to be playable, though, and caught. Got under it a little bit, and the inning is over. Brewers get nothing. Couple of base hits, and 2 left stranded. 7 1/2 are complete. It is 5-4 Brewers.
Captain Landside.
I got little machines, speeding metals. I gotta treat them just right, you know what I mean. Speeding metals. When I need a hunk of metal to keep things running, you know I'm gonna get it from the guys who can cut it. Speeding metals, they give me what I need. Believe me when I tell you, they're all about the speed. Any kind of metal, a lot or a little, you gotta call speeding metals.
When you need cash to get the most out of life, you need Americash loans.
I get paid next week, but it's our anniversary this week, and I'm planning an epic date night.
It's my...
Portions of our broadcast are brought to you by Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy. Combines German-style Weiss beer with natural lemonade flavor. Leinenkugel's Brewing Company, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. And please, folks, enjoy Leinie's responsibly. We have a pinch batter now for Kevin Segrist. This is Matt Adams. And Corey Knebel is on the work for the Crew. And the opening pitch is a little bit low on a spinner, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Adams in there waiting. Here comes Knebel, and he missed off the inside. It's 2-0. Adams at 286 without a home run yet. And the pitch. Swinging and a pop-up. This one is a mile in the air. Eric Thames is waiting near the Cardinal dugout, and he has it. And Matt Adams is gone. Top of the order now for St. Louis, Greg Garcia. He has struck out and walked. Knebel tonight in game number 15 on the year. And the pitch to Garcia is too low, getting by Jet Bandy. It's ball 1. +13 innings for Corey Knebel. 7 base hits. Given up 2 runs earned. Here he comes again. Inside, a bender missing. 2 balls and no strikes. 36,250 at Busch Stadium tonight. Brewers lead 5-4 here in the 8th inning. Knebel kicks and deals again, and he dropped it down low. 3 balls and no strikes. Jose Martinez due next. Knebel ready, target up the pitch. It is in there. Fastball 3-1 now. That one at 96 from Knebel. Brewers with 15 hits tonight. They've stranded 13 runners. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. 13 stranded tonight for the Crew. Cardinals have left 10. Knebel. Here he comes again, and it's hit foul. Do it again at 3-2. The target up by Bandy, the pitch. Bouncer hit to short. Gobbled up by Arce, and the quick throw takes care of Garcia. 2 are up, 2 are down. Here is Jose Martinez. If Knebel works 1-2-3 here in the 8th inning, the Cardinal 9th will have the middle of the order coming up. Take care of business right now and worry about the 9th when it comes up. Bandy, the sign, now the target up. Here comes Corey, and he missed down low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Winner tonight gets the series. Both clubs in here tonight at the 500 mark. The pitch. In there on a bender, and it's even now at 1-1. Brewers come in here tonight 14-14. St. Louis 13-13. Game number 30 on the year for the Crew. Knebel. Long look, here he comes. Just off the outside. That's his best fastball at 97. 2-1 on Martinez. Shakes off one now. Bandy. Setting up down low and away the pitch. Swing and a miss. Little extra that time from Corey. Had it by Martinez. Ball 2, strike 2 with 2 outs. St. Louis bullpen is busy. Our right-handers are up out there. Right now it's Corey Knebel trying to take care of business here in the Cardinal 8th. Swing and a miss. He did. And the inning is over. Strikes out Martinez with a high fastball. St. Louis goes 1-2-3. 9th inning coming up here at Busch Stadium. It's 5-4 Brewers.
On game day, you don't have to look far for a great tasting light beer. It's brewed right down the street. Miller Lite, the official beer of the Milwaukee Brewers. Always brewed for more taste.
Top half of inning number 9 with Sam Tuiavalala. Just joined the Cardinals a couple of days ago. He's on the work. And Keon Broxton is coming up to bat. He's had a heck of a night. 4 out of 4. Couple of singles, a double, a home run. A 3-bagger here would complete the cycle. And he's in there, and Tuiavalala deals down low off the outside. It's ball 1. Neftali Feliz getting ready in the Brewers bullpen. Tuiavalala deals again. He's in there that time with a fastball, and it's even. 1 ball and 1 strike. From the stretch, coming back, down low off the outside and picked by Molina. 2 balls and a strike. Brewers 5, Cardinals 4 in the 9th. And the pitch. Broxton had a rip and fouled it back. Fastball that time at 94. 2-2 on the Brewers center fielder. Outfield shading Broxton towards right. Huge gap in left center for Keon. Now the pitch by the right-hander. It's drilled to right in the corner and going to be caught. Jose Martinez. Another well-hit ball by Keon Broxton tonight. There is 1 out and Orlando Arcia coming up. Watching Broxton go after it tonight. He's 4 out of 5 and hopefully going to get himself on a little bit of a streak here. He's been laboring a little bit. But Council keeps putting him in there. He's in there and keeps battling. Tonight, a 4 out of 5 night for him to pitch. It's a strike knee high on Orlando. Brewers shortstop tonight is 1 out of 3 with a walk. And the pitch. Swinging a bouncer that is foul, picked up by Yadier Molina. 2 strikes and nothing on Orlando Arcia. One man out in the 9th. Here comes Tuiavalala, and this one is hit down the right field line, and a long run. It's going to wind up in foul territory, and we'll do it again. Pinch batter for the Crew is Nick Franklin. Down alongside the lower box seats and chatting with somebody down there. Right now, 2 strikes on Arcia. And the pitch. Orlando knocks one to right, slicing foul and out of play, back in the seats. Tough pitch that time from Tuiavalala. Down low and away, and Arcia tried to go right along with it. Quick post-game show for you tonight. Brewers are heading for Pittsburgh. And the pitch. Swinging a line drive, speared by Matt Carpenter. Backhanded grab, takes a base hit away. 2-men around on a couple of hard hit balls. Here is Nick Franklin as a pinch batter. Franklin as a pinch hitter is 1 for 11. Switch hitter waiting on the pitch to him. Hit foul off of a fastball from Tuiavalala. One strike on Franklin. Neftali Feliz is ready. Carpenter, Jerko, and Molina are scheduled for St. Louis. Swinging a foul by Franklin again. 0-2 on the Brewers pinch batter. All right. Tuiavalala. Molina the target, the pitch. Drops low off speed. Ball 1 and strike 2. Outfield shading Franklin towards left. Get a good one and get to ripping. Here it is. Struck him out swinging. Splinter down low and inside, and Franklin is gone with a strikeout. Brewers get nothing. 8 1/2 innings are complete from St. Louis. It remains the Brewers 5 and the Cardinals 4.
I wish I could get away. I need a vacation. Dude, you can. Haven't you heard what Jeff Wagner's doing?
He's Jorgensen Building. Contact Ted Jorgensen Building for all your building needs in Washington Island, Wisconsin. A proud Pella partner.
This one's up to Neftali Feliz to try and end it. He's on to work against Matt Carpenter, who will lead off for St. Louis here in the ninth. Carpenter, Jerko, and then Yadier Molina. No walk in the park for Feliz. Neftali in his 14th game, trying to save number 8 on the year. And the pitch to Matt Carpenter is too high, and it's ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Carpenter tonight, a couple of walks. The pitch to him, way off the outside. It's 2-0. Feliz, 11-plus innings coming in tonight. Eight hits, 8 runs all earned. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It is too low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Meat of the order. Jed Jerko due next. Matt Carpenter sitting 3-0. Brewers lead by 1 at 5-4. Carpenter winning. 3-0 pitch from Feliz is a low fastball, and the Cardinals get the tying run aboard. Now Jed Jerko. 4-pitch walk to Matt Carpenter, and now Jet Bandy out there to talk with Feliz. Trying to get out of here, 2-1, leading by 1 in the ninth. But the Cardinals have the tying run aboard. Feliz last worked in this series on Monday. Picked up his 7th save of the year. Now ready for Jed Jerko in the pitch. Swinging a foul back. Came right at him with a fastball at 99. 1 strike on Jed Jerko. Jerko tonight is 1 out of 4. Feliz, here he comes again, swinging a drive to left. Playable though, and going to be caught by Perez. And there's 1 out. And here comes Yadier Molina. Molina tonight has reached 3 times. A couple of base hits. A run scored. He has driven in 1. A walk and a ground out. 2 out of 3. And he's in there now against Feliz. How about a double play ball here? And the pitch. Swinging a fly ball on the infield. Who wants this one? It is Jonathan Villar calling off Thames, and there are 2 down. And Aledmys Diaz is going to be the batter. 2 men are out, 1 on for St. Louis. Diaz has had a good night tonight. 3 out of 4 with a run scored. All right. Neftali Feliz. Here it is. Swinging a bouncer, hit to third. Should do it. Shaw to second to Villar, and this one is over. Neftali Feliz, after a leadoff walk to Matt Carpenter, comes back to end this one. Jerko Molina and then Aledmys Diaz, and the Brewers take Game 3. The final 5-4 Brewers. Back with the totals and summaries after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
Karuba Gold cold brew from Quick Trip. Perfectly roasted fresh.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball has been brought to you in part by Miller Lite, the original Wisconsin Toyota dealers. And Jeff, they get out of here with a win and take the series.
Final score 5-4. Brewers with that home run, pinch hit home run in the 7th inning by Jesus Aguilar. That's the difference. 5 runs, 15 hits, 1 error, and 13 left on for the Crew. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and 11 left for the St. Louis Cardinals. The winner today, Oliver Drake, he is 2-0. Both of his wins coming in this series. Matt Bowman, the loss, he's 1-1. Neftali Feliz with his 8th save. 3 hours and 29 minutes. Our time of game, a crowd of 36,250 here at Busch Stadium.
We are looking for our Chevrolet star of the game. Who we got?
How about Jesus Aguilar? First big league home run, and it was the game winner today.
I'm in. Absolutely. Why not? Brought to you by Chevrolet, the official sponsor of Brewers baseball. Well, we'll do it again for you tomorrow. Before you join us on the broadcast, visit WisconsinDriveChevy.com. Find a dealer near you and enjoy taking a look at some of the new Chevys. They're nice. Real nice. Anyway, tomorrow's game time is scheduled for 6:05 Central Time, and the On Deck Show built by Menards will get underway at 5:30. Then it's Jimmy Nelson against Chad Kuhl. Until then, this is Bob Uecker along with Jeff Levering and Ken Sommerfeld, inviting you to stay tuned for the TravelWisconsin.com postgame show. Jeff will have that coming up next. Once again, the final score tonight. Brewers get the series 2-1. It's the Brewers 5 and the St. Louis Cardinals 4. So long, everybody. You are listening to the Brewers Radio Network.
Truck drivers.